와 이거 로딩 엄청 길다.
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure, then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
뭔가 의심스러워. 문태기 던과의 관계.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression. Great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week. He was what some might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that, if you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular
사생활
lifestyle.
밀라했던가? 그건
Well,
아닌 것
it's no
같은데.
secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say.
런던 사교계
He was a
1호.
member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
여성 편력이 화려했다.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before, and now all of a sudden he's trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience.
불만이
No,
많네 이 사람이.
none at all.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was.
Oh yes, he forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
마가렛
You
화이트.
mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works
아직 한
here
번도 못 봤죠.
part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
신성
Define
연구회.
what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
그렇게 불만은 많아 보이는데 그렇다고 뭐 살해할 정도는 아닌 것 같긴 한데.
Lock.
찾아보자. 여기도 다시 잠겨 있으려나?
Lock.
잠겨 있고.
C. Lock.
잠겨 있고. 소리가 갑자기 음악이
What should...
알버트 던, 마가렛 화이트.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah, at the moment I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
근데 되게 아버지의 죽음을
Yes.
되게
I
슬퍼했는데.
cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. Now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens, and I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works
다른
here.
사람들의 기대는 만큼은 완전 떨어지지 않나?
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy
서로
director
그냥
of Kew Gardens.
앙증 관계네.
My father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? Well, that is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
저게 왜 상식적이지?
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.
직원실 열쇠를 빼겠다고.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
마가렛을 만나자. 함정에 빠진 식물, 함정에 빠진 이거 아니고 중독사. 여기가 직원실인가? 오케이. 개판이구만. 샴페인?
Champagne. Montague Dunn had good taste. French wine. A remarkable vintage. A photograph of Montague Dunn and Reynold Hamish. Newspaper.
새로운 식물종을 발견하다. 시베리안 희귀종. 편지가 있고. 화이트 양에게. 몬테규더니 얘를 해공한 것 같은데. 식물성 맹독을 들이마시며 사망했다. 그 다음 뭐 특별한 건 여기는 없는 것 같고. 이거 뭐 어쩌라고. 뭐지? 하나 둘 하나 둘 하나 둘 셋 하나 둘 셋 하나 둘 셋 넷 이렇게 하고 아이씨 하나 둘 하나 둘 하나 둘 셋 그 다음에 다섯 개 하나 둘 셋 넷 다섯 이거 뭔데? 뭔지 모르지만 열었다. 이런 근거도 있구나. 실망감을 감출 수 없었다. 자네에게 일을 맡겼던 이로 날 보호하기 위함이지. 고발하기 위함은 아니잖아. 신성연구회라는 조직은 희귀식물을 소유할 권리가 없는 곳일세. 1889년 6월 14일 사건을 떠올려 보게나. 탐험서. 빌려간 식물들을 당장 돌려놓으시오. 뭔가 식물을 빌렸었나? 전부 거짓말이다. 6월 14일 당시 언론이 거짓말을 뿌렸지 않소?
I suggest that we...
마가렛이 돈을 빌렸었구나. 옥스퍼드가의 인실 임대료, 런던 대학교 학비 지원금. 갈등이 있었다. 갈등이 있었죠. 아씨,
What you...
나와봐. 나와봐. 반대쪽으로. 깜짝이야. 아씨. 연구실 책상. 물기가 남은 유리병 자국.
There was a bottle here. It left behind a trace of the substance that pervaded the laboratory. Several drops of the substance were spilled. Someone carried this bottle around. Several drops.
Gold dust.
금가루.
What's it doing here?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks, so it may be a valuable auxiliary for various experiments.
But why would anyone perform such experiments in a botanical garden?
The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect a faint scent. We need a good nose.
토비를 데려와라.
A phonograph used for voice recording. Remarkable.
Yes, this is quite a modern laboratory. I don't hear anything.
Martin Hamish's perception of plants. The notion of communication in the plant world has long been considered marginal, yet I remain convinced that some plants do indeed transmit chemical signals in the event of attack.
A study report by Martin Hamish.
전혀 쓸데없어 보이죠?
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments that plants to respond to their environment and have
식물의 확양을 자각하고 이에 대해 반응한다는 사실을
February
밝혔다.
1895. Report number 245.
Study report. This is a table for experiments. It resembles my own.
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes.
이거
It
하나
appears
비워주다.
as though the protective equipment is missing from here.
아까 하나 태워져 있었죠?
Gloves, waterproof aprons, everything one might need for self-protection.
Do they grow dangerous plants here?
그럴 가능성이 높지.
Such masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals. Lock.
Holmes, Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open.
바로 땁시다. 좀 어려워 보인다. 이렇게 연결하는 거야. 오케이, 열었다.
Open.
오,
Martin Hamish's locker. Father and I. Kew Gardens.
Kew Garden.
A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
서 기장님께 정당한 선택이었고 결국 저 역시 기꺼이 따랐죠. 하나 현재 식물원은 엉망이 되어버린 상태입니다. 이리 놔둘 수는 없는 노릇 아닙니까? 책임감 없는 이들에게 손에 식물원을 맡겨둬서는 안 되겠습니까? 해당 업무를 가까운 마음으로 수행할 테니 기꺼운 마음으로 최대한 빨리 결정을 내려주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 좋은 소식이 들려왔으면 좋겠습니다.
Martin Hamish. Albert's locker.
사진.
Young Albert standing with a woman in front of London University.
설마 마가렛 화이트?
Young. Specialist articles on Albert Dunn has a great passion for shipbuilding and the sea.
조선업에 관심이 많았다.
A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
불합격통지서. 훌륭한 성적을 거뒀음에도 불구하고 영국 해군사관학교에 진학할 수 없게 돼서 안타깝게 생각합니다. 부신이신 몬테규 단식께서 큐 왕립 식물원 관리를 맡기고 싶다는 의사를 표명했다. 아버지가 거절했구나. 아버지가 좀 데려가지 말라고. 와, 이거는 배신감인데, 배신감?
Miss White's locker.
와, 모자 봐.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
학비와 임대료가 생각했던 것 이상으로 비싸기만 하다. 혼자 힘으로 버틸 수도 없다. 과거에 서로 다툼이 있었던 건 사실이죠. 학비 때문에 학업을 포기하는 딸 자식이 가만히 놔둘 만큼 매정하지 않으시겠죠? 가족과의 불화가 좀 있었고.
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student. These
뭐지? 설마 몬테규 던한테 받은? 식물.
A vanity.
가족이 보낸 거죠. 편지를 받고 놀랐단다. 우리가 연락을 끊고 살아간 지 수년이 지났는데 돈을 달라고 말할 생각이 들더냐? 이제 와서 우리에게 도움이 필요하겠다고? 내 친우처럼 상류층 집안이 아닌 어떤 가족을 부끄러워했던 게 아니었더냐? 부탁은 거절하마. 마가렛, 결국 전부 네가 자초한 일이더구나. 가족이랑 아주 관계가 안 좋았죠. 그대의 연인 알버트랑 마가렛과의 관계는 여친 남친 사이. 재정적으로 다 도와줬고 아버지는 그걸 싫어했던 것 같아. 대충 짜 맞춰지죠.